Hello everybody and welcome to this video where I will show you how to download and install Kali Linux on VirtualBox, the free virtual machine. So just go to Google and type in Kali Linux. Okay, click on the first page here, then go to download Kali Linux. And here you can find the version that you want. So I just downloaded the Kali Linux 64-bit, so just choose 64 or 32-bit depending on your machine, on your host machine. Okay, you can download the ISO or you can download it via a torrent client. Okay, so just choose the one you want. This is the version 2016.1. Okay, so once you download it, you can go to the VirtualBox. VirtualBox also is free. Just type in VirtualBox and here you can download it. It's a free virtual machine in which you can install a virtual operating system inside your host machine. Okay, so go to downloads or click here, download the VirtualBox 5.0. okay. I don't know which version I use. Okay, it's the version 5.0. okay, so to create the Kali Linux inside VirtualBox, just click on new. Okay, here you're gonna type in the name of the operating system you're gonna install. In my case, I'm just gonna type Kali Linux #2. Okay, and it automatically detected that I want to install a Linux operating system. It's not a Windows or Solaris or macOS. Okay, so Linux has different distributions, different flavors. So Kali is based on the Debian distribution. So I'm gonna specify here that I want this to install a Debian 64-bit. If you don't know, just leave everything to default. Okay, so click on next. Okay, I already created, as you see, I already created a virtual machine named Kali Linux 2. Okay, so I'm just gonna change the name to Kali Linux. Hit next. Then here you specify the number of memory you're gonna allocate to this virtual machine inside your host machine, because remember, you always run your host machine, and inside this host machine you're gonna run the virtual machine, which means you're gonna run two operating systems at the same time. So it's gonna take a lot of memory and calculating. So this needs not really very powerful machines, but you need to at least a 3 gig of RAM. Okay, I'm just gonna give it, for my machine I'm gonna give it a 1 gig of RAM. Click next. You can choose whatever you want. Click next here. Here just leave it as default. Create a virtual hard disk now. Click on create. Leave it as default. Click on next. Well, here you have the option, or you can choose between dynamically allocated or fixed size. So in this part we want to create a hard disk for where we're gonna install our Kali Linux. So if you choose dynamically allocated, the hard disk will take more space as you need it. Okay, so it's just gonna install the Kali Linux and it won't take a lot more spaces, at, at least at the beginning. But while using your machine, you're gonna copy files and so on. It's gonna take more space with each time you use it. So, but the fixed size is you choose the size from the beginning, and the space, even if you didn't use all that space, the space is allocated to your virtual machine. So I prefer to use the fixed size because it's more faster. Even here you can read that a fixed size hard disk file may take longer to create on some systems, but it's often faster to use. So I prefer to wait at the beginning, then use my machine as fast as can be. Okay, so choose whatever you want. I'm gonna choose fixed size, click on next. Here you give the size to your the number of gigs to your hard disk. Okay, I'm just gonna give it 20 gigs. Choose whatever you want, 20 is enough, and click on create. Once you click on create, it's gonna take a while to prepare the hard disk. I already did it in my machine, and I named it the Kali Linux 2. So in your case, you're gonna click on create. I'm gonna click on console. So here is the hard disk that we created. Once it's created, just click on start. And wait a moment for it to load. Okay, at the beginning, when you click on start, it's gonna pop up a window asking you to specify where is the Kali Linux, or where is the operating system you want to install. So just click on browse or the button here, and specify the path to the file that you just downloaded. Okay, to the Kali Linux file that you downloaded. Once you do this, you have this screen here. Okay, so click with the mouse, click inside this window, and with the keyboard you're gonna choose which option you want. So make sure to select the graphical install. Okay, here graphical install, and hit enter. So it's preparing for the installation. Choose the language you want. Here it's step-by-step installation. It's that easy. So you read here and you choose whatever you need to. So select a language, select the language you want. I'm gonna stick with English. Continue. Your location, the keyboard. Okay, so the keyboard, I am used to use a French keyboard. Okay, so I'm gonna choose French. Here you can I'm choose the French keyboard and hit continue. Just wait while while Kali Linux is doing a background stuff. Okay, it's configuring network and so on. Now please enter the host name for this system. So what do you want to call your system? I'm just gonna call it Kali Linux 2 or Kali 2. Okay, and here you can verify that the keyboard the keyboard is writing letters just as you want, AZERTY or QWERTY. Okay, so that's it. Click on continue. Is invalid hostname. A valid hostname might contain only the numbers 0, 9, upper and lowercase letters. Okay, so I'm just gonna call it Kali and hit continue. The domain name, just leave it. Password, okay. You can okay, I'm just gonna go back and wait for the network configuration. I could continue, so here you choose the name, the main name, just leave it to blank. You can choose whatever you want, but just leave it blank for now. Okay, a full name for the new user. I'm gonna call it the Dan Torso. Okay, or I'm just gonna call it Abdul. Continue. The name for your account, okay, is Abdul. Choose a password for the new user. Okay, the password choose wherever you want. Re-enter the password and click continue. Okay, just choose a strong password. Okay, mine, the password that I just typed is not really strong, but it's for the purpose of the demo only. Okay, desired time zone, you choose the time zone or just leave it. So it detects the disks, it creates the partitions. So Linux creates many partitions, at least 3 partitions, when installing the operating system. So just stick with the guided method. Okay, use the entire disk and click on continue. Here is the disk. I gave it a 21.8 gig. Okay, it's the VirtualBox hard disk. So click on continue. So for beginners, at least for the purpose of the demo, just stick with the default options. So choose all files in one partition. This is recommended for new users. Click continue and finish partitioning and write changes to disk. Hit continue. So here, partition disk. If you continue, the changes listed below will be written to the disks. Otherwise, you will be able to make further changes manually. Okay, so write changes to disk. Just click on yes and then continue. Now it's gonna install the system. As you can see, I'm just gonna pause the video, and while the system is completely installed, I'll go back. So see you later. Okay, so the installation has been completed. Okay, now they ask you to use a network mirror. Okay, so just click on yes, continue. Or for the purpose of this video and for beginner user, just click no. You don't need a network mirror here, okay? Just click no and continue. HTTP proxy, doesn't need it, continue. It's still the Linux is still configuring files, so just wait until it's done. Now it asks you to install the GRUB bootloader. This is when you first turn on the machine. You will see the GRUB bootloader, okay? So it will gives you the choice. If you install multiple operating systems on the same hard disk on the same machine, then the GRUB will let you choose which one to run. Okay, so just click yes, continue. Install the GRUB bootloader on a hard disk. Enter device manually, or try this one. Now install the GRUB, yes. On the hard disk we've chosen, okay, on the hard disk we already created with the VirtualBox. So continue. Now it installs the GRUB bootloader. It won't take a lot of time, I guess, because it's the first time I'm installing Kali Linux version 2. Okay, so I guess it won't take a lot of time. So now finishing the installation, setting users and passwords. Okay, there's a little trick here in Kali Linux, because remember the username I created was Abdel with the password I've chosen. I won't tell you the password, of course, but the username was Abdel. Though when you want to enter to the desktop, to the Kali Linux desktop, you won't be using the Abdel username or whatever you've chosen. You will use root as a username. So I will show you this later on this video. Just waiting for the installation to finish, and then we will be running Kali Linux version 2 for the first time. Yahoo! Okay, I'm gonna pause the video again and see you later. Here I am again. So it didn't took a lot of time, so the installation is complete. Just click continue. Yeah, it said the installation is complete, but it's finishing the installation again and again. But just to let you know that Kali Linux is a very impressive Linux distribution, used of course for penetration testing purpose. I hope you use it for good intention and not to use it as a black hat hacker or anywhere like this. Okay, so we are waiting for the installation to finish. Should I pause the video again, or should I let you see it? I really don't know. Maybe I'm gonna pause it again, maybe not. So hopefully you find this installation guide as easy as I hope, and hopefully also you find it useful. I will be creating more videos on Kali Linux and how to do penetration testing later on. Hopefully you're gonna be at the meeting. Okay, so I think I'm gonna pause the video. See you later. Here I am back again. It didn't take a long time also. So here we are running Kali Linux. This is the Jira uploader. As you can see here, it's just below my cursor. You can read the GNU Jira version 2.02. okay, and here you can choose Kali Linux or advanced options for Kali Linux. Just stick with the Kali GNU Linux, okay, and hit enter. If you don't use the keyboard, there's a countdown that will run. I think it's 5 seconds, and if you don't touch any button on the keyboard, then the countdown, when it will finish, it will automatically run the Kali Linux. I just use the keyboard, and now I have to click on enter, and now it's loading the Linux operating system. Loading, please wait. So here I am again. So there was no problem at all, it was just loading. So as you can see, we are Friday. Okay, the time is not really my time. So this is the first time I discover Kali Linux version 2 with you. And okay, the username, as I told you before, don't type in the username that you chosen when you first install the Kali Linux. The username will always be root. Okay, just type root, hit next. The password is the password you chosen, and click on sign in. Sorry, that didn't work. Please try again. Oh, maybe this time they changed the rule for the version 2. The username was up there. Next, the password. Yeah. So in the previous version, you had to type in root and the password you chosen. So I don't know why they changed this in the version 2 of the Kali Linux, but so in this version you type the username you've chosen when installing the Kali Linux. And here we are. We just finished our installation. Kali Linux is running, and hopefully you found this video useful. And if you want some more videos, just email me or send me a message. It will be my pleasure to do it. Okay, so I will just wait for the desktop to load and stop the video. Okay, and remember, I just discovered the Kali Linux version 2 with you. It's really exciting when a new version of Kali Linux is running. Oh, I see a lot of changes. It looks nice. It's really exciting when you first run a Kali Linux distribution. It used to be a backtrack. The name of this distribution, this Linux distribution, was backtrack. Then they changed it to Kali. Okay, so backtrack is older versions of Kali Linux. And here we are. We just run our first Kali Linux So thank you for watching the video and see you again in other videos. Thanks.